some degree, yes. I'm sure it was an obsession, like to just try and get it. Then I would say the current obsession is trying to complete it. Definitely, to some degree, I'm sure it was a little bit of a obsession.
None of this happened if it wasn't for Jason. I met Jason back in 1997, when at the time we were both members of the Progress Fire Company. We had seen so many people. They would rotate in and out every 2 years. You'd never see him again. Jason kind of stuck around and was trying to get hired with the fire department in Harrisburg.
Joined the fire company at 16. I didn't really know my family history at the time. It's always been in my family, 5th generation, but wasn't anything really pressed upon us. It was all volunteer-based. My grandfather was on the job, but I didn't know that he was a paid fireman, really. Came up here, and just once it was in me, and it's been like 90 ever since. Yeah, it was probably like 98. A friend of mine said there's an awesome house down in the city that's in the ghetto nobody knows about. And we came down and we turned a corner, and it was just this huge place, all boarded up. I mean, crappy, but ghetto neighborhood. I was like, oh my God, it's awesome.
I joined the Allison Fire Company in 1958, in the fall of 1958. This is where we did our training. This is where we did the union meetings. A lot of things went on, right? This was like the focal point for the whole city. The firehouse closed down in the spring of 1980. They built 2 new firehouses. They moved this out of here, and one of our own members was using it for a junk shop here.
I got a hold of a member that was on the job, Barry Buskey. He's the current president of the Allison Hook and Ladder.
Along comes this guy by the name of Jason Lloyd. He decides it's time that he'd like to look at buying this firehouse. The first thing I told him was, he's crazy.
We start talking, he's like, yeah, you're kind of crazy, but he said, if you really want to work on this, we'll work on it, and it'll take some time. I wrote letters for 10 years. It's like everything. If you want something, you got to write a letter, be persistent, and research to try and get the building. I found the tiller. Figured if I can't get the firehouse, maybe I could at least save some of the history. Put some money away for 1.5 years, and then we brought it home in '09. The tiller definitely, I think, carried like how passionate and how devoted I was. Like, look, we're gonna try and do this. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna try and do it. So we're at 6 members left of the original Allison Hook and Ladder. I was talking to the membership and just friends and family, like they're looking at this place, they're like, you're crazy, like it's not happening.
I thought he was crazy. I did, I thought he was crazy when he said he was gonna buy this place. It was falling down, the neighborhood was bad, It was a disaster.
Basically, the 6 surviving members got down to it. They're like, we're gonna offer it to Jason first, and if Jason doesn't want it, then the member can have it for the same price. They're like, it's just gonna stay for storage in a horrible neighborhood, or this guy wants to try and fix it up, like, let's at least give him a try. They're all firemen. They wanted to see the history saved, so they're like, we'll roll the dice on this dude and give him a chance.
Well, lo and behold, guess what? He bought the firehouse.
Whenever I first found out Jason had got the Allison, different people were saying, you gotta stop down, check it out. And it was just a grungy disaster. I'm like, what are you gonna do with this place? He's like, I don't know, but we're gonna do something.
So we just reached out to everybody. A couple of years were overtime-driven years, so I was literally working, buying materials, and guys were here just working on the place.
There's one thing that's very true throughout this whole project is there's nothing straight, and you gotta work with her to get her to work with you.
When we first started off, we didn't have any plumbing, we didn't have a sewer, like nothing. So when we were here working, we would bring drinks or whatever else, and we were peeing in jugs. And there was piss bottles laying everywhere back there, and we'd take them, pitch them in. But got to the point we spilt one day, and I was like, yo, this is it. We got to get a bathroom before we do anything else.
75, you go 80. 80, go 85.
Originally, it was just to save the building, you know, too much history to let go. And it has changed into so many different things since then, like, you know, raising money at the benefits to help whatever it is, you know, line of duty deaths, the cancer patients, some close friends.
120, go once, twice, 120 bucks. Every year we have an open house, and we decided that this year we were going to raise money for Lieutenant DeVoe's wife to help with the college fund for the two kids.
Oh, so, then this year, we're gonna have to edit this. I don't usually get like this.
No, he doesn't. I understand why.
So we had a really bad fire, and I was working that night, and we were actually at a funeral of one of our other members that died very quickly of cancer, and standing there at the casket, and one of our lieutenants was standing there, honor guard, and went to this fire. It was a horrible fire. Come from the funeral of our other member, the lieutenant got hit by a drunk driver and killed.
In a matter of 24 hours, we said our final goodbyes to one brother, and now we had to prepare for a line of duty death for another brother. And we put together a fundraiser to raise as much money as we could, and just seeing the different people that came out of nowhere with gifts, donations, items, it's awesome. It's awesome.
You know, you look across the country, how many privately owned firehouses have the original fire truck sitting inside, you know? You just don't see that.
I think it's great for history. As far as I'm concerned, this is like one of a kind.
To see what we've accomplished in 7.5 years, mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing.
I would say that I'm very proud of him with everything that he's doing and his passion and his drive every day, you know? It makes you want to do more.
To say this place is going to be done anytime soon, I can't say that. It's been 7 years already, and I don't care if it takes another 20. The proudness that you have to have such an outfit of so few guys in the grand scheme of things, it just really defines what brotherhood and sisterhood can really be like. It makes you feel like you're doing the right thing.
You know, I always joked around that it was kind of like Noah's Ark for firemen. You know, you build it and they'll come, and, you know, we always joke around, it's a house for wayward firemen. And I've always told, you know, everybody, you know, even though I own it, it's, you know, it's as much everybody's as it is mine, you know, because it's history. It doesn't matter really what you want to do in life. It all just boils down to your own, you know, determination and, you know, what you're really willing to put into it.